Hey there, and welcome back to Expert Challenges, an educational monster train series where we aim to get a divine victory on, you guessed it, every expert challenge. I'm just going to stick with it at this point. I can probably come up with a better intro there, but it's not a big deal. I'm not terribly worried about it. So, okay, we're going in order. Our previous one, I mean, you can tell that I'm like recording these in order. So, our previous expert challenge was stewardship, which we pulled off with Little Fade. We didn't get what I specifically wanted, which was Firelight to capitalize on advanced prototype, but we ended up winning with a Little Icarus line that was a bit slow, but did pan out. I really did get a lot of value out of Wickless Tycoon, however, which was a big one. We're now moving on to Spellcraft. Let me click it and then go back in here. So, Spellcraft. A smaller hand, no discarding, and cheaper spells mean you need to make the most out of your cards. So let's look at these modifiers. We get fewer cards per turn. Tough. It's tough. Then cards are not discarded at the end of your turn, and spells cost -1. Okay, so my general philosophy here is you want two parts of this. You want to be able to discard trash. So if cards are unplayably expensive or something, you need to be able to get them out of your hand. As a result, I like foregone power. So let me just show you what I'm thinking here. Okay, foregone power with root seeds. You may ask why. The answer is I need to offset small hands. I'm drawing two cards fewer per turn. This is tough. All right. So we offset this with root seeds, giving guaranteed draw. Nice. It also strongly benefits from spells getting cheaper, right? We want to avoid having units in our opener if possible because they don't benefit from this. I also think this clan combo has a lot of really good spells just to take advantage of. And then you also get foregone power here to capitalize on the whole cards are not discarded. So if I end up with some junk in there, I can still get away with it. Now, if you pick correctly, right? I mean, I think you could also do something like Spine Chief here, right? This works as well because, sorry, I unclicked Spellcraft. This works as well, in my opinion, because you can utilize him to play all your cards, right? And this actually kind of is a pseudo removal on the deadweights, right? You always have the deadweights in your hand, which means that you essentially never redraw them. I do find that this is pretty strong as well. I think we can super win with Spine Chief here. What do I think is a little more consistent? I do think there are better setups in future expert challenges for Soul Guard. There's one that I'll spoil you a little bit. There's one that I definitely think is like really necessary on you. Blighted Existence. Cards are not discarded at the end of the turn, but you have 8 calcified embers and 5 deadweights. I'm pretty confident you need foregone powers and Blighted Existence in order to survive. So there's that. But yeah. Alright, so we're gonna do Spellcraft. I think I'm down with this, right? We'll go with Spine Chief here. I've done this in the past with Soul Guard, but I actually have talked myself into it. I think this is a very strong line, so we'll go ahead and do this. Decayer here goes nuts, but I also think the Corruptor goes mad with power as well. So, yeah, this works out for me. Cool. All right, so that's all I've got for our opener. Let's go ahead and see how Spellcraft goes. So, yeah, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's hopefully get this going. Let's hopefully make it work. Spellcraft is set up. I'm all configured. Cool, let's go. I almost stopped recording there by accident, thinking I was almost hit the wrong hotkey. It was about to be really bad, but all good. Okay, yeah, spells are cheap. It's nuts. So I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. I'm glad to see this series is getting some traction. People have been asking me to do this for a long time, and I'm glad to see that people are excited about it. I made some mistakes in a previous one. You know, there was an obvious pick, like something I could have done indifferently. But the part of the issue that I think people always forget about is that you have the benefit of hindsight when you watch the episode in a YouTube format, because you see the turn and you go, ah, I see how you solved that problem that you just faced 2 turns ago. And you can be like, yeah, of course, obviously, you see that. But from my perspective, I'm seeing it from a game of statistics. The example I'm thinking of is, I think in the Controlled Chaos expert challenge that I put up first, there was a turn I took like 100 damage on the Divinity or something crazy, or some big number because I just leaked a scary enemy. It was one of the mini bosses that I didn't adequately prepare for, or rather I missed multi-strike and didn't ultimately prepare for it that way. So the question became, well, why didn't you use Ensnare to lock him down, or to use Trample to solve that? And then some other people in the comments were discussing about how I make less optimal plays. I'm not playing optimally. But really, what you're not seeing or commenting on when you see something like that is I had 2 ensnares in a 24-card deck, and I was drawing 8 cards a turn. So I see 16 cards of that deck in that point, and I was redrawing. So I have a very good chance in 16 out of 24 to see one of my 2 ensnares. I didn't see them. And that essentially is what cost me that 100 damage, or whatever that number was. So it's, as long as you don't lose, that's what Pyre Health is for, right? That's the whole purpose of Pyre Health. It's why you don't have 1 hit point. Because if you only had the 1 hit point, then any mistake kills you. And you have to play super safe. So that's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. There actually will be expert challenges where we face with the fragile Pyre, but for now, that's just something to keep in mind, that what I'm seeing and what you're seeing maybe are a little different in the moment. So anyway, let's go ahead and get in on this run. I don't want to belabor it. Today we are, as I mentioned, default Wurmkin, Exile, Awoken. So that's an excellent clan combo, even if it weren't all free cards, which are nuts. We're facing Dazed Talos, Spellshield Fell, and Diligent Seraph with Echo Snare, Glimmer, and Soul Crushing Guilt. Seems good to me. All good cards, they go away, a lot of spells here. Everything is free. I'm going to card draw very fast with the Root Seeds. Yeah, seems good. Let's go. Okay, small hands, -2 cards per draw. Magic hand, cards are not discarded. Cheap Trick, spells are free, or 1 cost less. I'm going to remember to look at temples up front. I've been doing that kind of mixed in because I play expert challenges a little differently, but yeah, temples today are 3, 4, 6, and 8. Huh. This is my optimal temple setup, right? 1 before and after Talos, 1 before Fell, and 1 before Diligent. Yeah, that's perfect. 3, 4, 6, and 8 are my perfect temples. I love them. If I was only thinking of like a 4-temple run anyway. So, cool. We have a removal dupe steel side on 8. Excellent if I can use it. Steel shop, vortex, cavern 7 with a horde in the middle. It's good. Competes the magic shop. It's okay. Well, it's not very good, but it might be useful. Another good steel shop. Same exact steel shop actually on 6. It competes with a slightly better magic shop at least, but not by much. Double money trinket shop on 5 is nonsense when you have Wurmkin set up like this. Competes with a dupe, all good. Magic shop that's very strong on 4. I love magic shops normally with this clan combo, but everything's already free, so I maybe don't care about them as much here. We'll see. Double steals early, Wurmkin banner on 2. With the steel shop, magic shop has an Awoken banner. There is a second Awoken banner on 3 if I want, and a second Wurmkin banner on 4. Okay, all good. Yeah, all good. Okay, Lost Luggage is absolutely incredible here because I only have a 3-card draw right now, so this is a huge swing. As much as I might like Pyrestone Housing, oh my gosh, Lost Luggage is such a good hit. And we will take Decayer. I do think Decayer is much stronger than Infector in this particular instance. We'll take money and move on. Yeah. Nothing too terribly to worry about. I'm going to grab this unit draft for sure. We get away with this, definitely. Okay. Wow, what good, unbelievably strong. So, I didn't draw a single other unit here, which is very unlikely, but yeah, we just immediately go. Root Seeds is incredible. I'm going to go ahead and Fracture downstairs. We'll kill that back line. I guess we just Glimmer Slam. It seems good. Things are not discarded, as you might remember. I do want the Train Steward down. I'll play the other one. The Soul Crushing Guild kind of having permafrost here is interesting. I'm going to clear some of these enemies to the best of my ability. But yeah, you see immediately I'm holding on to pretty much everything I've got. We do clear top floor, which is great. I need to work on the guy downstairs. Cool. Seems good to me. Everything is essentially free here. So let's plan on killing the floor to the best of our ability. I'm going to daze the boss, which does kill this front guy and put some numbers through, which is fine. We should win off the back of this, right? We do, yeah. We're good. It's close. I mean, we also do 98 damage to him with the Reap, so it would have been fine anyway. So, not a big deal. All good. We get a unit. It's good. Purple Echo Transfer is very strong. I should click it. I like the Echo Infusion as well. Health may be more important here, in fact. It's hard to say. It might be. Shelter, of course, 0 cost is incredible here. I love this. Purple Echo Transfer is really hard to skip, though. I'm going to grab that. 1 cost Sharpen. Wow, it's almost usable. Restoring Retreat. I could actually assemble a mid-floor or something here, maybe? It's kind of odd. I'm actually going to grab the Vine Grasp, maybe. The thing is every card I draft keeps me further away from my Root Seeds, which slows me down. So a spell needs to be really strong. Having a Permafrost on your Restoring Retreat at 1 cost, though, is very good. I'm going to take that. All 3 spacers. Okay. I'm going to take the Carver because he's better than the alternatives here. Yes, he's better than the alternatives here. And he could be the line with space pickup. Because remember, Ember is not as important here. So, what am I looking for otherwise? Magic Shop is definitely not as good. Everything is actually free and permafrosted, except for like Restoring Retreat. So let's just go to the Steel Shop and see what we find. Endless, plus 25. No shark here today. Endless Egg? Endless Egg is a winning line? Huh. With Carver Infusion, I mean... Yeah, alright, fair enough. Endless Egg with Carver Infusion is pretty good. If they show it to me like this, you might as well, right? Emblem of the Exiles is incredible. We'll take that, yeah. Okay. It's strange, but it's fine, I think. I don't do the infusion until I get the chance to do so. I need to remove some trash, but I don't need to make that call now. With the Carver Infusion, the Chrysalis does not need health, so I'm going to hold out for something better and we move on. Can't reroll very effectively here. Mark of Invasion. This is liable to hurt me a lot, but I think I get away with it. I will take the cash here. It'll be okay. I think I get away with it thanks largely to Lost Luggage. Yeah, and the power of Glimmer, as it turns out, is pretty good. Cool. We drop Chief upstairs. I want to play Carver downstairs, I think. Yes. Let's pop the guy in the back here. Root Seeds. I do want to give the Echo Transfer here, which does actually straight up kill that man. I might as well put a Train Steward in front of Chief upstairs, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, pretty strong, actually. Bottom floor, man's already kind of popping off. Kill the top floor. I want money. I'll take money on bottom as well. I'm going to play the Train Steward to tank. Perfect. I'm not even going to play the egg. I don't need him for this run or this combat right now. Yeah, I don't need him for the time being. I wish to draw cards. I will Echo Snare mid-floor. I'm going to hit this man. I don't get the Bog Chrysalis. That's very sad. He just kind of chills in my hand, I guess. Cool, we win on bottom floor. Excellent work. Great. Nice. I could drop this guy if I really wanted to. Haha! Fight him on another floor or something. It's all good. I had a feeling we would win on bottom thanks to the Soul Crushing Guilt, so all good. Cool, very strong. Love seeing that. Another purple Echo transfer. Good grief. I mean, I like it. I do like it. I'll take it. It's hard to say no to those. Purple Sting is excellent for a lot of reasons. Card draw, purple, various stuff. It's all good, even if it doesn't really benefit from the -1. I'll take a Divine Artifact. I'll probably sell this Divine Artifact for money. Divine Winged Steel, I mean, yeah, let's see. Do I need this cash for anything? I'm going to take the Divine Winged Steel. Everything is free in my deck, so this is just nonsense power right now. Hellvent. The dupe is... I mean, a 0-cost Root Seeds is not bad just to take, but the Steel Shop is potentially much better. We'll look. We'll look at the Steel Shop. It's fine. If they have a multi-strike, I feel very good about this. Yeah, alright. So... the angle then is we go Carver now into Bog Chrysalis. This gives him enough health. I've actually done this on the channel recently, I'm pretty sure. But it lets you put the multi-strike in here because he's got enough health to survive. Most notably, also, he gets the armor infuse. So this is a very powerful Bog Chrysalis line. We already skipped Pyrostone Housing, by the way, so don't overthink it too much. Intrinsic, huh? I don't think I need it for anything. I'll take the Caverns here. Maybe I get an overstack. Wingmaker. Oh, I can overstack the Bog Chrysalis to make him tiny? Yo, Hef's Consolation. Wow, that's excellent. I actually think Wingmaker would have been pretty cool here with the upgrades in this temple. But... don't really need it, I guess. The -2, I keep thinking about it because you could -2 spell chain it, but there's no reason to because it already costs nothing. Alright, well, let's go slam Talos here. I feel very ahead right now, thanks to the endless multi-striking Carver. I won't say it's a high roll quite yet, but we are looking pretty good. Let's drop Chief. I'm going to put the Bog Chrysalis in back. We're going to play the purples. Let's go ahead and Echo Snare downstairs. I do want to Echo Transfer up top. It's a bunch of just Train Stewards I've got to dump here. Yeah, so you can immediately see I have 5 cards stuck in my hand because I happen to draw a bunch of things. So, not ideal. We're doing a lot of damage here, though, which is great. I kind of just crumble this floor, right? And do a lot of damage to the boss and then play out 2 Train Stewards here, and that's good. That seems good to me, anyway. I am looking for an answer to mid-floor guy. This guy's kind of a concern. I'll play 1 Root Seeds down here. It kills the middleman. Alright, great news. Cool. I would like to hatch this egg at some point in the future of my universe. So... we're hatching the egg. Let's go ahead and load up this floor. Yeah, he pops out. That man up there, he's very strong. This egg, by the way, already kind of claps this mid-floor, no problem. Top floor is just straight up winning right now. We're going to go ahead and load middle up. I'm going to go ahead and Glimmer bottom because it's smart to do it. We're hatching this egg. I can go ahead and Echo Transfer and then also still reap middle, and that's fine. This whole floor essentially just crumbles. Cool, actually. And then I get to play the egg back. This is very strong if I get to do this consistently. You know? I guess I might actually be able to win upstairs if I click the cards, right? Yeah, actually. I was looking at it and I was like, hey, wait, I actually just killed the boss on this turn, don't I? Yeah. I was about to play it very like, safely, but I don't need to. Wildwood Tome is interesting. I don't think it's Echoes of the Past here. Wildwood Tome I will take because at least it means 1. It doesn't carry through the egg, but I can. It's permafrosted, right? So I just play it on one of the guys that pops down. It's good. We'll take it. Alright, we don't need any more units. We're fine. Card draw is very valuable here because I don't draw a lot of cards right now. Going from 3 card draw to 4 is pretty big. I think I will need space in this run, though. Well, maybe not. It lets me jam another egg onto Chief's floor, though. But I don't take it right away. We go draw first. Yeah. We're basically looking to offset the draw penalty as much as possible by removing trash and buffing important stuff. So we're going to go to this magic shop here. I'm going to cut 2 train stewards because they're tough. I'm going to go into the temple and see what we hit. Spell chain is excellent. Yes. Tenon piercing glimmer is also excellent. Yes. I'm going to click that for sure. Spell chain here, I mean, Echo Transfer is nonsense strong, but I actually also really like Root Seeds here because it's already free. I think I am going to take this Echo Transfer, though, because remember, they're all permafrosted, so I think we're good in that respect. 75 shards is about as disrespectful as I need to be here. I'm actually going to buy 2 removals, almost certainly. Yeah, almost certainly. I'll take a plus 10 on a Glimmer, sure. Why not? -1s are somewhat less useful. I guess I could put it in a Restoring Retreat if I need to actually do some Descend shenanigans. I might as well. Nothing else I'm going to really put in that. Holdover. Holdover on this 10 piercing Glimmer is pretty good. Draw it every turn is solid. Yeah, you might think it's the Echo Transfer. I don't think it is. If I had, like, Karuska, maybe. I mean, I could potentially still get Karuska. But I don't think it's that. I'm going to buy 1 removal and then think about this holdover for a moment. The Glimmer is nice. I need to keep Chief from passing away. This could be by playing him on bottom floor and then just tanking with the eggs. But I do want the eggs to hatch, so there's that. Let's go ahead and put this Glimmer on holdover here. I think that's a lot of value. And K or 2. Let's go. Alright, 75 shards. That makes next combat potentially scary, but we can play bottom into Firelight Master, which we will do. Yeah, we'll be fine. I offset the initial bad turn with Lost Luggage very effectively, so I think we're okay. This is an interesting circumstance because 1, 2, 3, 4 echoes. I think we do Chief down here. The thing is I really don't think... I don't think we want to go... We get this, but if I play the egg, you're going to run into the problem of, well, what am I doing? Let's play the egg upstairs then. And then I'm going to give him the Root Seeds up here. We are clearing out the 9x2, which I think is the biggest threat here. I'm going to toss the Echo Transfer up top. Hold on to the Wildwood Tome for the moment. It's a little aggro, but splitting them up like this initially is maybe not ideal, but... Right, we need to work on bottom floor first. Go ahead and hit that Fracture. For sure. Frontman, yes. Train Steward can kill this guy on mid-floor. Great news. Well done, champ. I need to hatch upstairs, so we're going to go with the Root Seeds for sure. I think we Glimmer downstairs here. It heals, and it also does some work. I could Echo Transfer Chief, oddly enough. I leak what? What does this look like? 5 damage to the Pyre? I'm okay with trading 5 here. it slows me down is the problem. But I do need to clear waves, I think. Yeah, I don't think we have the luxury of sitting around. Can at least put some damage upstairs and hold on to the spell chained copy. That's fine. Sure. Alright, it saves me 2 health for the Pyre. I'm not that pressed about it. I have 110. I can afford this. Okay, let's go ahead and Echo Snare downstairs. I think it's good. We're going to go ahead and continue to Glimmer here as well. I'm going to play the Fracture out. Clears a lot. All right, Root Seeds, it's good. I mean, I guess I'll play the other Spell Chain upstairs. I should really have dropped in Mr. Man on mid-floor here. He will take more damage if I drop him anyway, so we'll do it. Sure, why not? All good. Okay, I really do need to hatch my guy, though, is where I'm at. So how in the world do I do that? How do I do that? Reap him upstairs, honestly. Glimmer middle floor, do our best. Okay, I need to hatch him next turn, basically. No real questions asked. He needs to pop out here. We get away with it. Yeah, we get away with it. He pops out. Excellent work. Let's go ahead and heal downstairs. And then sit on most of my cards here. I'll play one Echo Transfer. I'm actually just going to dump this Wildwood Tome onto Chief right now. This means I'm drawing 5 and I have 5 in my hand. It'll work. He hatches. Now I need to play Egg downstairs. Yes. Which swings this into a victory. Yeah, it's, as it turns out, good. You might think. Yeah, it's, as they say, pretty strong. Cool. I actually think we win if I also just completely drop the Soul Crushing Guilt here, but there's no reason to do this another direction. Okay, we're fine. They hatch, and then they murder. Great work. Okay, good. Good enough anyway. 3 damage taken for the trial and everything else. I'm fine with it. Perfect Insanity, Forgotten Trade. It's purple, and it's okay. The Perfect Insanity being on lock is pretty cool, but I don't generate enough purples with this small hands business. Forgotten Trade, I need to be very stingy about adding cards here. Awake is really good. Actually, Preserved Thorns is extremely good. Even if it doesn't provide me with any value, every sting is providing value anyway. So the one thing I need to watch out for is, of course, I have 2 deadweights, so my hand size is only 10. Awake, it's fine. The -1 does provide value. I'm going to take the Preserved Thorns here. Even if it's not purple, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm going to sell this Divine Artifact. I don't need this. Alright. I think the stings help with Diligent a lot. I'm going to go left because double money Trinket Shop is huge here. Okay. Decayed Decoy. Alright, well, guess what? We picked Decayed Decoy. We did it. Amazing news. I get to remove some trash. It's going to be 1 Train Steward here. I need to think a little bit about how I want to approach the rest of this run. Like, I don't know what I cut there. Decayed Decoy is huge because Fracture, obviously, Spine Chief, obviously, Echo Snare even. Yeah, let's go. Seems good. I'd love to get that base charge, but I'm 10 gold off, it looks like, even if I take the money in the middle. Sad. That would have been sick. That's okay. I'm much happier with the Decayed Decoy payout. I think that's nuts. Now, removal-wise, my spell setup is like, what? I'm looking at 4, 8, 12, and 3 stings for 15, 19. All right, that's 23. 24, I can cut stuff. The question, though, is what does one cut? It's a tough decision to make. Would you cut the fractures that are already outrageously good? I do think Restoring Retreat is important so I can overstack a floor with eggs, right? It's kind of why I have it. Root Seeds are critical to this run as well, in my opinion. Soul Crushing Guilt is good. I think it's necessary. I don't actually know what I cut here. Could be just one of these Echo Transfers. It's not bad to have them, but you saw, like, my purple generation is not good enough with this card draw to support both of them. So because I have the Spell Chain, let's drop 1 Echo Transfer. I know I drafted it, but I still think this is fine. The Quick will provide value overall. Yeah, let's do that. This is okay. Alright, I don't need this money. You already have permafrost and -1 on every single spell. So there's very little I really need to hit. I could take a double stack on Soul Crushing Guilt. That is good. What else? What else is there I could do? Hard to say. Removals are not as important, though. I mean, overstacks are good. I could go Steel Shop. I don't actually know. I don't think I'm basically deciding, do I need this money for something? And I don't think I do. So we just chill and move on. Make sure Wing 5 is winning. Seal of Aggression. This shouldn't cause me much concern, right? I think we're fine. I do get a lot of value out of any relics I pick up. It's a very scary bottom floor, but it's okay because we have the power of anime on our side in the form of Glimmer. Just send that guy to the Shadow Realm. I think we're gonna charge up upstairs first. How much damage is coming through? 12 here? No, I think we actually do play bottom floor. It's fine. And then we just root seeds, and just fully send this man with as much damage as we reasonably can do. I think it's fine. Yeah. Okay, how do I deal with top floor? I think we Restoring Retreat upstairs, and then we Glimmer mid-floor here, which kills him and does some damage. I'm going to hatch downstairs. I do think it's good. Yes, this is a great example. Eggs are competing with my Reap scaling. Do you see it? I see it. Okay, we get some garbage men downstairs. It's fine. We're going to play other egg up top, because I want him to try to kill this guy upstairs, which I do think is good. Bottom floor, we do some work. I'm going to Glimmer at least. That does help a lot. Yeah, it kills the floor. Good. Sure. Reap for mid-floor. I'm going to therefore work a little bit upstairs on... Yeah, we'll Echo Transfer here. That does do a lot of damage. Okay. Alright, we've at least assembled a bottom floor that is functionally good enough. I'm going to go ahead and work on upstairs to the best of my ability. We are going to leak 5, it looks like. It'll have to do, I suppose. Bottom floor I'm not worried about. Yeah, alright, sure. Upstairs it is. I'm trying to hatch this egg. Sure. It's a lot of damage coming in, but it's okay. Heal bottom floor. Go ahead and root seeds, sting, hatch this guy. I sit on preserved thorns. I mean, there's no reason to. We play the preserved thorns and then we just sting, sting, sting. We're going to draw more cards than we can reasonably draw, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay, now I do need to respect the boss. We respect the boss by slamming fractures downstairs and reaping this guy into the ether. Alright, we actually just straight up kill this man. Good job. Cool. In fact. Very cool. Alright, top floor would have won either way, but we take this victory. We're happy with this victory. I'm not going to mess with numbers. We win. It's fine. There's also an extra 88 damage coming in. We already won the combat. I'm not going to mess with the numbers. All good. Okay. Cool. So I think the reality is, ooh, Hell's Manners is good. I think we need to play Chief separate from Bog Chrysalis for a bit. To the best of our ability. Force Contamination is nice. I'm going to take the Broken Memories, however. There's not great targets, but at least that brings back, like, Echo Snare or something. It's purple. It's good, and it also beats Diligent in a big way, which I like. Engraft is purple and huge. We click that. Yes, it's draw and it's purple. Amazing. I would love to hold over that now if we get to see it. So let's go to this magic shop because I'm already at the point where removals are a little sketchy. Mark of a Champion. Hilarious. I draw +1 each turn, then return 1 card to the top of my draw pile. This is weird, but I can always use this to put, like, a deadweight on top of my deck instead of in my hand. This is actually okay, right? The only turn this hurts me is on turn 1. True. But then again, if I draw a deadweight, I don't really mind putting the deadweight back. I guess it hurts me on the next turn. It does hurt me on the following turn. Kind of interesting. Let me think about this for a moment. On like turn 2, right? Let's say I have 2 dead weights in hand. I draw a +1. I can put the dead weight on top of my deck. Essentially, what this boils down to is I store the dead weight on top of my deck instead of in my hand. So I actually think Cheater's Hand is valuable here if I can survive the hit on turn 1, right? So I'm already drawing 10 on turn 1, so this doesn't help me. And then I have to put a card back, which sucks a little bit. Now that card might probably be a dead weight, but it does mean I have to draw back into that dead weight where otherwise I wouldn't have to. The thing is that Mark of a Champion does jack all, so I either take the Cheater's Hand or I sell this for 25 gold, and I do think Cheater's Hand will provide more value than... yeah, alright, fine. We'll take it. Spell Chain is great. I'm putting that in Graft, and you cannot stop me. That's amazing value. Double purples, very good. Intrinsic. Is there a card I want on turn 1? Tough call. I don't know. Double stack I will take on Soul Crushing Guilt, because this is a 0 cost double stack, right? It's free. It does not increase it by 1, but I now get 6 days, which is nonsense. Because also -1s don't add anything here, so the entire purpose of what I am describing is, do I find value in the big upgrades? I will look for a holdover. We don't see it. It's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I guess I could remove Consume on Broken. No, it's not worth it. I'm looking here. I'm going to +10 this other Glimmer, actually. I don't think we need to do Engraft any cheeky stuff. Am I going to any magic shops coming up? I would love to dupe that. I am going to a magic shop next floor, yes. Okay, so I go to the magic shop, I look for holdover. And yeah, with holdover, we will do a good job, I think. Don't need the -1 there. I think we chill on this. Intrinsic, is there a big important hit on turn 1? I don't think so. You could argue for Soul Crushing Guilt, but I really don't think so. We move on. Do I need to intrinsic Soul Crushing Guilt? I'm just thinking from the purposes of Divinity, right? Divinity, top floor, egg, bottom floor, chief. And then the egg. I'm not going very hard on shards here. This is not a super high shard run. This is at least a tricky enough modifier set. So, play him on top floor. As long as I play echoes into him, it's okay. It's a real shame I couldn't afford that bog crystal or whatever it is, the base charge with that money in the middle. It's okay, though. I think we chill. Let's move on. I don't think I need to worry about it. We're going to have enough armor generation. It'll be fine. My goal here is to pre-relentless kill Fel with the power of Reap. So, yeah, you just put a dead weight back. It's fine. Live downstairs. We're going to put Bog Chrysalis upstairs. One of the nice things about this is it means we double up on value from Emblem of the Exiles, which I really think is neat. Bottom floor, we clear it. The rest of these all go up top. This is one of the nice things, right? If we had done them together, they would not have benefited from this. Scary. It's a lot of damage coming in. Yikes. Let's go ahead and drop the Echo Snare first. This is a Fel on floor turn, so seriously, completely Shadow Realm this if you can. Now, that's a weird one. Why does Engraft cost 1? It shouldn't, right? Because it's a spell, and spells cost -1 even though it has the Engraft. That's weird. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Not sure, really. Anyway, we're going to click Broken Memories down here anyway and just pull back an Echo Snare, and that will be okay. I'm going to go up top. It doesn't really matter what I do, right? I'm going to draw 1,000,000 cards. I will not Echo Transfer here. We do overdraw, of course, is the challenge, but we'll get over it. I'm not mad about it. Bottom floor, holding on. This guy has 22 Reap and 28 health, so he's having a bad day. Let's go ahead and load up the boss, I think. The main reason I want to do this is with 3 echoes on the floor, this echo transfer can be played twice. Yeah, look, the echo transfer's spell chain copy is free. Crazy, huh? I don't know what to tell you. Bottom floor looks fine. Yeah, whatever. Oh, in fact, I just dropped this man down and he passes away. Alright, cool. We did it. Thank you. Good job. I'm going to hold off on the rest of this. And I think we very confidently win from this position, right? Fel has 31 Reap. Looking pretty rough for her. Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll now drop the egg downstairs, which I think is good. This does hurt the whole business with the Reap, but that's okay because this thing is now doing 70 by 2, so it's contributing in the way that matters, is why I'm describing. I'm playing out the curse, or rather the Wildwood Tome there, because there's no reason not to, I don't think. Let's send the dead weight back. We're going to play another egg upstairs. We're going to keep buffing this egg. I think we just kind of load it up. And bottom floor, I mean, I think clears itself essentially. So upstairs, we're just going to go ahead and slam the echo transfers and play it out. I'm drawing 6 here, which is pretty decent. I'm feeling okay about this run, yeah? Yeah. Purple goes upstairs for sure. Bottom floor is already cleared. I guess I should heal this, though. Sure. Let's Reap the boss. All good. We'll sting. I'm drawing 8. I'm looking like I'm doing okay here on the card draw. Yeah. She's getting absolutely slammed. No concerns whatsoever. Let's go ahead and load up the upstairs here. Downstairs is fine. Let's see. There is a lot of value in proccing the upgrades upstairs. Let's go ahead and Reap the boss because 40 Reap is a big number. Cool. Feeling reasonably good about this. I'll go ahead and play Chrysalis middle and just drop it in. And this turns it into a victory, which is excellent. We then don't even bother hatching the egg. We just drop Soul Crushing Guilt and we kill without having to do anything. The egg itself does enough damage to win this floor, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's going to be that way. I need to still work on Purple Generation. Adaptive Mutation? I don't think so. Awoken's Rail Spike is fine. Channel Song? I'm never really letting my Bog Chrysalis never leaves my hand or the table. Or the train, rather. I guess we take the Awoken's Rail Spike because there's definitely turns where I'm doing nothing with my Ember, so we'll take it. I think we get away with space here. Yeah, let's do it. This lets me fit an extra set on every floor, pretty much. Yeah, and I don't really need the card draw at this point. You see we're kind of overdrafting a bit. We go left because a single holdover is Crush. Alright, holdover on this engraft is now mega Purple Generation. I love that a lot. I will toss a -1 at the Rail Spike. It's at least functional. 20 consume. Nah, whatever. I'll take the Horde. Bog Slime is really, really good. Purple Generation, yeah. I mean, obviously, Lightstone Casing is also good, but I don't really need the -1s and stuff, so we're fine. And I'm going to go ahead and take Decayer 3 because Reap 6 to the whole floor is nonsense. Health is wasted, but I don't care. We should be very powerful at this point. I pretty much don't need anything else. I'm going to take this Invasion Trial. I think we get away with it thanks to all the health. It does force me to put Chief upstairs, which maybe is a little less than optimal, but it's fine. It's actually, we're super fine with this card, with this draw setup though, right? It's true. Let's play Chrysalis in front. We just, because we have the Glimmer in hand, so I feel okay about it. Like, I take hits, but I'm never losing him here. This lets me get the echoes into him right away, which I like. I could hatch him on this turn, huh? I sure could. Or I could let some health come through. It's good to hatch him on this turn, though, right? I don't see a reason not to. We go Wildwood Tome, and then I Broken Memories it back. The purples, of course, I mean, the reason I'm doing this is because it scales him, right? It provides a buffer up here, which is good. Yes. Mid-floor. He's going to get slammed, but that's okay. There's no way he lives ever. That's true. I guess I could drop him, right? We sting upstairs. It's okay. I mean, I think we have to play something up top, right? Glimmer here, maybe? Oh, we actually just sting through this whole top floor, I believe. Yeah, we actually just sting through this whole top floor, which keeps this guy from passing away. I am going to Glimmer middle and then drop this guy. Storm Retreat him out. Load this floor up a bit. I think that's good. We get some stats here as well, which I like. I'm going to burn the Wildwood Tome upstairs here. Yeah. I don't need it on mid-floor. I've basically built up that mid-floor to be good value. We're going to load middle to the best of our ability here. How's top floor looking? Yeah, we win. Good. Cool. Our goal here is to do a ton of damage. I don't think there's any way I get out of this taking 0 on him, but we might pull it off. We actually managed to do a really good job here because the Glimmer hit actually keeps him alive, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. That's a lot of it. That's a lot of echoes that we just generated on that turn. I'm going to sit on Mr. Soul Crushing Guilt here. Yeah, that guy walks out, which is actually very powerful. And then we play more eggs in front. Top floor is already clearing. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Our goal here is essentially to superpower the egg. The Glimmer provides a ton of value here. It is theoretically possible to make this work if I could let this egg pass away and then they swing in the back, or I could daze this guy and keep the egg alive. That works. I'm okay with this, I think. We just keep shucking things back and we do alright. Power up mid-floor to the best of our ability. We do have the Glimmer that helps a ton here. Behold the power of Glimmer. Incredible. And then we kind of just load this up to the best of our ability. And I think that wins. 1 by 3 or something. Now we should load up this floor, I think, right? Yeah. And then now we get the egg in front again, right? This is kind of the whole point of what we're doing is big swings, right? Just huge swings in power on this particular floor, which this floor does clear itself out, by the way. 100% it does. I should actually, what I should really do is drop in this guy up here and start charging him up on this floor too. Yeah, true. True. Let's go ahead and send this back. And now let's egg upstairs a bit. I do need a double Glimmer, or at least Glimmer once downstairs. It's good to do it. We get a good meow. A good meow. It's a healthy meow. We all love to hear it. We load up the upstairs, hatch that guy, seems strong. And now I think I can get another egg upstairs as well. Oh, I can't. It's a shame. You know what I can do, though, is I can drop this loser and then do it. And then I'm going to show you this despite the fact that I don't think we actually have to do any of this whatsoever. You heal this. We just add so many stats on the floor that he doesn't stand a chance. He hits once, and it's like, haha, I got him. And then passes away very quickly to the swarm of bugs. So, pretty good stuff. Purple Soul Crushing Guilt. I mean, we're going to click on Unearthed Remains, actually, right? Although I do love Soul Siphon here. It's very good to just load up another floor. I actually think Soul Siphon is much stronger. We're going to grab that. This is easy to just load up that floor and feel good about it. Meow. Purple Restoring Retreat? No, we're going to skip this card. I don't think I need it. Yeah. I think we go for the dupe. And really the question you have to ask yourself is, what is the dupe? What do I want to do? It might be the Soul Crushing Guilt is really strong if I go that route. Right? I could remove stuff in response to it, potentially. I don't know what I would cut. I feel pretty good about my deck right now. Although, actually, I think I might cut the Preserved Thorns. With a second in Graft, the only thing Preserved Thorns would really get played on is Diligent, right? Oh, but it's really good on Diligent is the thing. Yeah, it's really good on Diligent is the thing. I don't really need upgrades either. I guess I'm going to go to the right. The dupe is stronger than anything else here, so we'll check it. In terms of relics, our current situation is pretty fine. I hit some really good ones. I would take, like, Mandibles. Boon of the Blacksmith, Trader's Quill, Dun Echo, hilarious. Ring 8, Dun Echo. Let's re-roll that. None of this is good. Okay. Ooh, is there an intrinsic in the shop? There's not. I was thinking if there was an intrinsic on this Awoken's Rail Spike with that improved firebox would be outrageous. But here's what I can do. Yeah. No, you Preserved Thorns Purge. This removes it for Divinity, but keeps it for Diligent when it matters. That's really good, actually. I'm going to go ahead and do the dupe on our friend in Graft here. It's so powerful, I'm willing to go higher. As far as the shop goes, I don't really care about any of this stuff. I could just remove cards, but I'm actually very happy with our current setup. Plus 20 Glimmer is nothing exciting. I like having a Restoring Retreat. I love my Root Seeds. All these other cards are very good. I mean, I guess you could cut the Wildwood Tome, but it's not bad. I don't actually want to remove cards, is the thing. So I think I'm going to take the Faulty Loader. And I guess I take the Firebox just in case I high roll the Rail Spike on either opener. I can purge a card. One card can be removed here. I think I'm just going to cut an Echo Snare to improve my initial draws, and then we let it ride. And that's going to be my whole run here. I don't even want to... What do I want to do with my 2 removals on the Vortex? I don't even know what you do here. All of these cards are very strong. My purple density is very important to me. Fractures are so powerful. I guess I could drop, like, a Root Seeds, maybe. Sheesh. What do you drop? I mean, I guess I would keep Root Seeds and drop the Sting at this point. Alright, sure. With the double, like, Bell Chained in Grafts, I really don't feel like I need a lot of these cards, so I'll drop the Sting. Don't need it. I don't mind having the Quick Tome. Root Seeds are hard to get rid of. I guess I could drop the other Glimmer. There's really not a lot of reason to have it. The only reason you might consider it is because 12 is not a very good number. It's fine. It catches some things. And most importantly, it does something. But I don't actually think it's that great here, right? Like a plus 30 is much stronger because it actually clears enemies. This takes multiple turns to do something. I do like how it offsets some stuff. I guess I'm going to kill the Glimmer. It's fine. Sure. We'll drop it. It's not purple. I don't want to redraw it. Okay. Look, I managed to convince myself to remove stuff. 125 out of 100. I think we absolutely destroy this. Let's go ahead and rock. I feel very confident in our current line. We have Decayer. We have Decayed Decoy. We're doing a ton of stuff with eggs. It's great. The one nice thing about the improved Firebox, in my opinion, is... You know what I could do? That's kind of crazy. No, I was going to say I could make the egg free with the Rail Spike, but I don't really want to do that. Well, it doesn't make sense, because I want to... When I have to play a bunch of cards first, and I want those to get Inspire triggers here. So let's go ahead and just send this. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is a ridiculous turn. And because it's a ridiculous turn, I want Chief on Diligence floor, because we did high roll the Rail Spike with 10 Ember in my opener. I'm drawing essentially my entire deck. So, okay. We're going to play Chief with the Egg here. Let's go ahead and play the Egg first, because Ember Drain, I suppose it matters. Okay, we're on fire here. I would like to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and burn Preserved Thorns first. These stings can just kind of go wherever. And then here now becomes the power plays, right? Yeah, now we completely go mad with power. I'm going to go ahead and click Echo Transfer, Echo Transfer. I am going to only draw 9, so then I can Broken Memories back the Rail Spike here. But this, as it turns out, is pretty maddeningly powerful. Yeah, we hit the Engraft, which is just a true nonsense amount of stats here. Load up the man. I'm going to go ahead and hit that Broken Memories on the Rail Spike real fast. And I'm feeling pretty good about this, yeah? I'm drawing 10. I guess I could play the Restoring Retreat on something somewhere. It doesn't really matter, just to get it out of my hand. The Wildwood Tome, I'm going to save it for one more turn. Yeah, with the hatching, I'm okay with this because I did just put 78 Reap into my man. He is having a bad day. Okay, now I would like to burn Wildwood Tome upstairs. I think it matters. We'll do it. I do think we want to start working on other floors. We're doing a lot of damage. Let's work on middle here. Yeah, we'll do it. Start loading this up a bit. Right. The burn there was the Wildwood Tome. Right, I had to think about that. We're going to just go ahead and start powering this up to the best of our ability. It's good to do. Let's just continue loading up. Ooh, actually, let's stop this curse, man. I like that. Then we'll hit the boss. I'm then going to glimmer here. I'm actually going to... I could have glimmered bottom floor, actually. I don't really actually need to do the glimmer, but I guess I have to play it. So, anyway, I'm going to draw 5 cards now. Cool. I drew the other Engraft, which is very powerful. Bottom floor has gone mad with power. We're doing, yeah, a truly disgusting amount of damage to Diligent here. And I get to just kind of sit on my Soul Crushing Guilt comfortably. So, that seems nice. I think we kind of figured this run out in a pretty big way. My burn here is actually going to be... Root Seeds? Root Seeds, sure. Burn it. It's fine. We then double Engraft here, which is a nonsense amount of purple power. I'm going to click the Glimmer, because it means this guy hatches and swings, which is neat. I actually do less damage to the boss because I'm using up the echoes on the floor hilariously, but that's fine. That is okay. Let's go ahead and drop the egg upstairs for good measure. I think it's fun. I'm going to burn a Root Seeds here. Sure. Our plan is entirely to do a ton of Reap to the boss on this turn, which is why I wanted to line these all up. I then glimmer this floor. Oh, it doesn't matter though, because he's hatching and we never hit the boss. So we glimmer middle to keep this guy alive in the front, and we chill, I think. Yeah, he takes 700 amidst the hatching of an egg, which is pretty outrageous. I really don't have a lot more to add here, I don't think. I might just burn the Glimmer at some point, but I guess we'll play it downstairs. It's fine. I'm going to drop Fracture here. Kill a man in the back. I'm just going to continue to engraft a whole bunch. If I can't keep him alive, I'm happy doing 1,000 damage to the boss here. All good to me. Sure. Fine. Send one of them back. We'll play this man downstairs. I'm burning what here? Root Seeds, I think? Sure. We'll go in the middle. I will purple up on middle floor as well, because I think we actually can come pretty close to a win here. Yeah, sure. He's at 35 health. Wherever this man ends up, he's dying. It's all good. Hey, look, we did it. We win. And then, yeah, you just blast this poor sod for a bajillion damage. Meanwhile, bottom floor, I think, will hold on, actually. He will hatch, which is incredible news. Cool. Good. Great. Amazing. Well, there goes Diligent. No fear. And the rest of this should also be pretty straightforward, right? I actually think we don't have to worry about Diligent's effect anymore, but I do feel like we're in pretty good shape. If I hit the Awoken's Rail Spike, it's even more insane. I did not. It's kind of expected that you're not going to hit it every time. I want this turn to be fast, so I'm going to push back the Broken Memories. Yeah. Our goal is Chief downstairs. Egg upstairs, maybe? Probably. Let's go ahead and drop that Echo Snare downstairs. Does some good work. Yeah, alright. We'll go Egg upstairs. I'm good with this line. Load up the top floor. I do want to play the Soul Crushing Guilt out. It's good. I need to kill the bottom floor. So let's actually do that work. Yeah, great. That floor does basically pass away. Excellent. This is good. So we're going to kick back a deadweight here. I need to play one engraft upstairs so that I can get the Echo Transfer going on this floor. It's good. Bottom floor, I do need to do enough work to actually kill this floor. So don't mess around too terribly much, right? Yeah, mid floor's already gone. It's fine. Like, I need to hatch upstairs, but I also need to play cards, is the thing. Let's just kill this middleman. I think that's good. Now, I could Broken Memories, and I think I should consider this, right? I'm not getting a super turn anymore, but I can at least essentially draw 5. Let's save it. I'm drawing... Yeah, let's save it. It's fine. Chief, not looking incredible here. Okay. So the angle then is... Right. We're going to Soul Siphon mid-floor. Valuable. Top floor is already cleared. We need to make sure we keep bottom floor alive to the extent... Yeah. Actually, we should just... Oh, he's already dead. Never mind. Okay. So I'm drawing 5 cards. So let's reap bottom floor. Draw 5. Okay, good. Great, we did it. Okay. I get the Glimmer at least, which is something. I can keep him alive, which is cool. I'm going to go ahead and play the Restoring Retreat on him, just to heal him. Alright, bottom floor is cleared. He is taking an astronomical amount of damage here, but that's okay. Let's bring back the Rail Spike. Strong play. Remember, I do need to hatch upstairs. It's kind of important to do so. Once this floor is really set up, we're going to just load up this top floor, by the way. If I put the Quick downstairs, he actually does save himself 20 health, so I'm going to do that. Sure. Oh, my 1 health. Never mind, he doesn't do it. It's all good. Alright, we kick this back. It's fine. Bottom floor must live. He must get glimmered here. It's just a fact of life. Top floor... I'm taking some damage. He can live. I can keep him alive, which is good. I wish to draw 5 cards, or draw 6 cards, rather. Good. The Echo Transfer is worth playing here. Then we Root Seeds, Root Seeds. Top floor is loaded right now. Completely loaded. Let's go ahead and Daze the boss. It saves a ton of life here. And let's keep our man alive. Now, I think we win from this position. You may ask how. Guy upstairs is going to be doing like 500 damage. We then play the egg in front to keep Chief alive, and we're going to have a very good day. Actually, this man is already going to have a bad day because he's taking 400 damage from Reap right now, so there's that. Cool. Feeling reasonably good about it. Yeah, feeling good about this setup. We're going to drop egg in front. Beefy. Heal the floor. Load this up with armor. Is this guy actually passing away? Kind of crazy. I guess he does pass away. That's okay. I mean, because we are clearing the entire floor. Or the entire train, rather. Alright, fair enough, I suppose. Yikes. The bottom floor is going to lose. Yeah, there's pretty much no way around this, right? Saving him? I mean, I guess I could maybe stop 40 incoming damage by dazing this fella, which is relevant. Then we can drop the egg in, make some headway on the rest of this, I think. Yeah, this obviously, the egg is passing away here, but we are casually doing 500s upstairs as well. So it's not that bad, I suppose. I keep Chief alive, which is providing some value. Okay, I need to get Chief to a position where he, like, lives a floor without passing away horribly. Is it this turn? He's taking 11 plus 45. Alright, he lived. Great job. Play one Fracture here, and then, alright, we're going to go elsewhere. We're going upstairs. Drop the egg. We're going to start loading up this floor now because the boss is actually attacking again, which is tragic. We're going to go ahead and click the Echo Transfers and then hatch this egg, which should be enough power to win casually. Oh, yeah, we win. Great job. We're actually over. We win on this turn, which is kind of what you had hoped for. Yeah, cool. So the angle, the way you do this is you just like reap once downstairs, then we go upstairs, you drop the egg one more time, and then we fully just load up this floor, right? And from here you Soul Crushing Guilt, and this run essentially completely goes powerful. Yeah, you give up on Chief, but he applied enough Reap to this floor, it was not really a concern. So even if I did have to go on further beyond this, it would be very confident victory. Cool, and that is Spellcraft. Excellent work. A little bit of an odd one when you have the egg competing with Spine Chief, but we had the tools to make it win. We didn't even hit the highest of high rolls, though. Right? No Hardened Hull. We missed the base charge, which would have been great. What else? No Karuska, which would have been outrageous, but still a victory all the same. So let's go to the run summary. Spellcraft, I mean, really what you need is whatever you do with Spellcraft, pick Root Seeds. It doesn't matter where it shows up, but you need to have it. It's really strong here. It becomes free, and then it offsets this draw problem. You need to have some kind of a solution to what you're doing. You're going to be sitting on these dead weights for ages, so you know, be planning around that. Whether that be discard them or let them sit there and then hope you don't overdraw. Overdrawing is a real challenge. You saw me happen to me a bunch. Not much you can really do to avoid it, but play smart, I suppose. Try to balance what you need. I think we did a lot of really good choices, made a lot of really excellent choices along the way. The Engraft is outrageously strong. It's giving me Ember that I don't need, but at least made my Awoken's Rail Spike stronger. And is double Inspire triggers, which is crazy no matter what floor you're on. Diligent was pre-relentless, which was pretty cool. I actually could have done this even faster if I hadn't insisted on playing the egg, but I wanted to play it correctly, quote unquote. I mean, I guess if you win earlier, it's better, but I wanted to play it as if things were going to go horribly wrong for me. So hedging my bets, essentially. Playing it safe. Otherwise, I mean, we still got the pre-relentless, so what am I complaining about? And we did the same thing on Divinity. We got a pre-relentless there. Not terribly fast, but we did get it. A very high score for this run, too. So there's that. Otherwise, pretty confident all along the way. Just a smattering of pieces of damage. This Glimmer is not my favorite without the Temper Talisman, right? Because 12 is a very bad threshold. You want to be hitting at 15 at least. That's why you see me do things like minus 10's piercing, spell chain, vent, because it's 0 cost, so you can get away with it. But plus 30s are generally my preference, almost always. So either way, though, the Glimmer does a lot of good work here. The eggs are solid. Carver Infusion. I mean, Hef's Consolation was an absolute excellent roll as well. That made this a lot cleaner. We could absolutely pack floors together in a major way. So, yeah, otherwise, just play a good, solid Decayer Wurmkin run is an answer to a lot of these. I'm going to attempt to not constantly play the same clan combos into all of these challenges because it might get boring. It's also one of the reasons I'm only doing one of them a week, right? The thing is that obviously, if you want to beat the expert challenges when the only requirement is you beat the run, then you want to pick clan combos that are well suited to the challenge. Not doing that, I think, is a major. You're hurting yourself. You're making it harder on yourself to not do that. So play it smart, choose the right clan combo, and just crush if you can. You will see a lot of Fade. You will see a lot of Spine Chief. It's just the nature of the thing. But you're also going to see a lot of Primordium. There may be a couple other champions that show up somewhere along the way. It's not impossible. Also, you'll, of course, obviously get the Dante and Hef champion runs as well. So those are always fun. I love those a lot because they're just so different. And then I think there's another one where you just straight up don't get a champion, but you get like free founding seal for every ability, so it's kind of disgusting. The only one it doesn't work with is eggs, actually. So, but we'll talk about all that when we get there. So, yeah, so we take this a victory on Spellcraft. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.